Utah mom who wrote a children's book about grief after her husband's death.
That if anything were to happen to him, she was to blame.
Which she says she wrote to help her 3 young sons grapple with the death of their father.
Imagine being hated so much that your spouse decided to terminate your existence. It is not just good enough to leave on peaceful terms. This would be too civil. When greed meets opportunity, not the good kind, it makes for disaster, a problem which Kouri Richins would soon face.
39, it completely took us all by shock.
Money and murder, 2 words that immediately capture our attention and imagination. From the Black Dahlia murder to the infamous Ponzi scheme, we have seen how greed can lead people to commit heinous crime. When these two collide, the results are often tragic, and it is usually the spouse who is the perpetrator. These cases are like real-life thrillers that keep us on the edge of our seats, with twists and turns that are almost stranger than fiction. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most intriguing and mind-boggling stories from around the world. In today's video, we'll talk about the dark and deadly influence of money and murder, focusing on the shocking case of Kouri Richins. This case is not only gruesome, but also shows the length people will go to fulfill their desires. Are You With Me? Was published almost exactly a year after her husband Kouri Richins was found dead in their bedroom in Utah on March 2022. The book is described as heartwarming and reassuring, designed to offer comfort and solace to young minds. However, the reality is far from heartwarming. Kouri Richins was charged with the murder of her husband after an autopsy revealed that he had died from an overdose of fentanyl, with 5 times the lethal dose in his body. Investigators found that Kouri had asked an acquaintance to get her strong prescription pain medication, specifically some of the Michael Jackson stuff, and she received up to 30 fentanyl pills. A few days before his death, Kouri had told a friend that he thought his wife was trying to poison him. Kouri obtained another batch of fentanyl shortly before her husband died. The couple, who had been married for 9 years and had 3 children, all boys, were torn apart by greed and the desire for money. Kouri Richins' selfish actions resulted in the death of her husband, leaving her 3 young children without a father, and now without a mother. Her desire for money caused immeasurable pain and suffering to her family, and the emotional and psychological trauma her children will now have to endure is unimaginable. It's a tragedy that her actions will have a lasting impact on her children's lives, and it is difficult to comprehend how anyone could be so heartless as to commit such a heinous act. Kouri Richins allegedly planned her husband's murder to collect his life insurance policy. She has been charged with aggravated murder and 3 counts of possession with the intent to distribute controlled substances. It is worth mentioning that Kouri Richins' case is eerily similar to that of Nancy Crampton's Brophy. Brophy was an author who wrote an essay entitled "How to Murder Your Husband" and was later jailed for her husband's killing. Brophy shot her spouse twice at the Culinary Institute where he worked in Oregon in the hopes of collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars in life insurance. Money and murder have a dark and deadly influence on people. The case of Kouri Richins is a stark reminder of how greed can drive people to do the unthinkable, even taking the life of a loved one. It is essential to remember that the desire for money and material possessions can lead to disastrous consequences. We hope you found this video intriguing and informative. Please like, subscribe, and share for more interesting content. Thank you.